Hey, Charles, this is Bob Gentry. I just wanted to give you a follow-up call about our experience with the wind turbine. But first, I want to give you a little bit of history. You may recall that my wife and I are from West Texas, so there are wind turbines and wind generators that dot the landscape out here. And we were pretty sure that when we moved into Forney and saw the amount of wind that was out there, that there was no reason that we should not be able to harness that same kind of technology and produce energy for our house. We have over a 4,000 square foot house, and so by the time you run a couple of air conditioners and a pool and some other things, you really are seeing a pretty sizable utility bill. So what we did was my wife went out on the internet and researched how we might be able to do some of that technology in our own backyard. And she did that for about 2 years, and what we found out is the technology works, but it's just flat not affordable. Our general price when we looked at it was somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000, way beyond what we knew that we could get out of that type of product over a long period of time. So time went by, and it just so happened that our co-op magazine, our utility co-op magazine, came in, and there was a discussion on wind turbines in there. So we went ahead and explored that, and your name was mentioned. We Know Technologies was mentioned for further exploration. So we agreed to kind of just see what that was like. Turned out to be a great decision for us. What we did first off was we actually went to sites that already had this wind turbine set up on the property. So we could see how loud it was. We could see what the people thought about it. We could see if they experienced any savings. And on every one of those things that we had a value for, every one of the responses was just what we needed to hear. So our next step then was just go ahead and contact you guys, and you came out and you assessed our house in general in terms of the strengths and the weaknesses regarding our own energy conservation. We found out we could do a couple of things that might improve that. Then you and I actually walked the lot, determined what the wind speed would be, looked at the structures that surrounded our property in terms of what size they were, what distance they were from our property, and would there be any problem with the wind flow being impeded. You determined that there would not be. And so we decided, you know what, this all is coming out the way we thought it should come out. We made the decision to go ahead and install. After that, then we started to see were we actually going to receive any energy conservation or any electrical generation from that. Turns out that our next door neighbor was a master electrician. So he came over, he took our panel, opened up our panel, applied different tools to it, and saw that we were definitely generating electricity. So we knew from what we'd done in research, what we'd seen in West Texas, what we were currently seeing on our own property, that it was generating electricity. Now the real question would be is how much savings would we realize? Well, we've had it not quite a year, and this is what our utility bills show us, that anywhere between $150 to $300 a month we're saving in actual fees. So we're pretty satisfied with it. And on top of all of that, a lot of our neighbors have come by, asked us what it does for us, discussed it with us, and two of our neighbors have also invested in this product. In addition to that, we probably get 3 to 4 people a month that come by our property and are interested in having this technology on their own property. So I guess what I can say from my perspective is kudos. You guys did a great job in installation, site preparation, getting it working for us, and then any further questions that we had, you guys were right there for us. So job well done. We appreciate what we have on our product. Thanks, Charles.